Loving you is how I learned to walk at the speed of life. Not the speed I imagined, not the speed I wanted, the speed that is actually possible. I used to push days forward like doors that wouldn't open fast enough. I leaned my weight into tomorrow before today had finished speaking. Loving you is how I slowed without feeling left behind. I notice how life does not run, it moves in pulses. Loving you is how I learned that some answers arrive only when questions are forgotten, that clarity is often a byproduct of patience. Loving you is how I learned to let fatigue speak, to hear what tiredness is asking for before forcing myself to continue. Sometimes it asks for rest, sometimes it asks for honesty. Loving you is how I learned that my worth is not measured by momentum. There are days where staying still is the most faithful thing. Loving you is how I learned to stop negotiating with time. I don't promise to do better later, I do what I can now.
Loving you is how I learned
that care is repetitive. You don't prove it once, you return to it again. Loving you is how I learned that love matures quietly. There is no announcement. When it becomes deep, it just becomes steady. Loving you is how I learned to accept change without interpreting it as loss. The body shifts, the heart rearranges, priorities soften. This is not failure, this is living. Loving you is how I learned to stay present when excitement fades, when life feels flat or unremarkable. This is where endurance grows. Loving you is how I learned to let joy be simple, not fireworks, not proof, just ease arriving uninvited. Loving you is how I learned to trust the ordinary. Ordinary days are not empty, they are full of continuity. Loving you is how I learned to walk at the speed of life, slow enough to feel, gentle enough to last. Loving you is how I live my days, not something separate, not something I turn on and off. It's woven into everything I do. is how I live my days when nothing special happens. I go to work, I come back home, I eat, I rest, and love is quietly there.
Not asking for attention,
not demanding expression,
just existing like air.
Oh, loving you is how I live my days when we talk about small things. What to eat,
What to buy,
what to fix. These conversations build a life,
not excitement,
but structure. I feel safe inside that structure. Loving you
is how I live my days.
is how I live my days.
When we don't talk much,
When silence fills the room,
and it doesn't feel awkward.
it feels earned. We've talked enough to rest now.
Loving you is how I live my days.
When I'm not,
At my best,
when I'm tired, irritated, distant, you don't take it personally. You stay close, without pressure. That teaches me how to love you back. Loving you is how I live my days.
I live my days.
When we disagree,
We don't rush resolution.
we let emotions cool, we return.
When we're ready,
Love grows in that patience. Loving you is how I live my days. As time keeps moving, weeks pass, months pass, and love doesn't disappear.
it changes texture.
Less sharp, more deep. Loving you
Is how I live my days.
into the night.
We fall asleep side by side,
Not clinging, not afraid,
just calm.
knowing tomorrow we'll wake up and do this again.
Loving you is how I live my days. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Loving you is how I make peace with the person I am becoming. Not the person I planned, not the person I once imagined, but the person standing here now. I used to argue with change. I thought if I resisted long enough, things would return to how they were.
Loving you is how I learned that nothing returns.
It only continues in a new shade. Loving you is how I stopped mourning old versions of myself. They were necessary for their time. They are not required anymore.
Loving you is how I learned
To look at my reflection without negotiation. Some lines are deeper, some softness is gone,
some strength has shifted.
none of this is a betrayal.
Loving you is how I learned
That growth is not always visible. Sometimes it looks like slowing down, sometimes like choosing less, sometimes like silence.
Loving you is how I learned
To forgive myself disappear. It softens when it is acknowledged.
Loving you is how I learned to stop chasing a finished version of life.
There is no final draft.
While leery will change,
This is not weakness, this is honesty.
loving you is how I learned
That peace is not excitement. Peace is steadiness. The ability to remain without bracing.
loving you is how I learned
To welcome uncertainty as part of being alive. Not everything needs clarity. Some things need patience.
loving you is how I make peace with the person
I am becoming, not because I am complete
but because I am
and real, and real is enough. Is enough. Loving you is how I make peace with time. I no longer argue with its passing. I walk beside it. Loving you is how I make peace with things ending. Moments close, chapters fade. I don't grab to keep them alive. I let them rest. Loving you is how I make peace with memory. Some memories shine, some ache. I don't sort them into good or bad. They all brought me here. Loving you is how I make peace with a body slowing. Breathe deepens, movement simplifies. I don't feel reduced, I feel distilled. Loving you is how I make peace with less
noise, less urgency,
less desire to prove
less
becomes enough. Loving you is how I make peace with repetition. The same walks, the same meals. Repetition becomes ritual, and ritual becomes meaning. Loving you is how I make peace with unspoken things. Not everything needs words. Some understanding lives better in presence. Loving you is how I make peace with regret.
I don't rewrite the past, I honor how I survived.
Loving you is how I make peace with uncertainty. The future things I don't demand clarity. I trust because time doesn't feel like loss. It feels like distance. We walk together.
Loving you is how I make me.
Oh, into sleep, letting another day close without fear of what remains. Loving you is how I learn to stop leaving the moment. I used to step away internally, even when my body stayed, thinking ahead, remembering behind, rarely here. Loving you is how I learned that the moment does not punish me. It does not demand performance. It simply waits. Loving you is how I learned to notice when I drift. Drifting feels productive, but it costs presence. Loving you is how I learned to come back again and again, not forcefully, gently. Loving you is how I learned that attention is an act of care. Whatever I attend to softens. Loving you is how I learned that boredom is often a doorway. If I stay, something subtle appears. Loving you is how I learned to let sensations lead. The warmth of a cup, the weight of breath, the sound of a room. These things anchor me. Loving you is how I learn to stop rehearsing conversations that haven't happened. Rehearsal steals from now. Loving you is how I learn to feel my feet on the floor. The floor is always present. Loving you is how I learn that presence does not fix anything. It reveals what is workable. Loving you is how I learn to stop leaving the moment, because the moment was never the problem. Loving you is how I learn it was the place where life kept offering itself, because the moment was never the problem. It was the place where life kept offering itself. Loving you is how I learn. Loving you is how I learn to stop looking for the next thing, the next insight, the next feeling, the next internal shift that you'll finally tell me this is it now. you can rest. I lived a long time as if the present moment was only a corridor, a place to pass through quickly on the way to something more convincing. Loving you is how I learn, but always reaching forward keeps the nervous system slightly dissatisfied, slightly unavailable to what is already here. I used to believe curiosity was always healthy. Sometimes it is avoidance, wearing a softer face. Loving you is how I learn to notice how often I lead away from completion. Woman-ness from the quiet fullness that does not stimulate the mind. Enoughness feels unfamiliar to a system trained on pursuit. Loving you is how I learn to stay with what is already complete without trying to improve it or extract something useful from it. Utility interrupts intimacy. Loving you is hard, and that at every moment was to be turned into gold. Some moments wanna be lived and left at home. Loving you is how I learned to recognize the subtle anxiety that appears when there is nowhere else to go. That anxiety is not a signal to move. It is a signal to rise. Loving you is hard. That satisfaction does not arrive with fireworks or relief. It arrives quietly, like a body exhaling, without noticing it has done so. Loving you is how I learn to stop looking for the next thing and to feel perhaps for the first time that nothing was missing from this world. to stop resisting the way things are. I used to tense against reality, as if resistance could reshape it, as if tightening could protect me. Loving you is how I learned that resistance costs more than acceptance ever will. Loving you is how I learned to feel when my body is bracing. Bracing looks like readiness, but feels like fear. Loving you is how I learned that acceptance is not agreement, it is contact. Loving you is how I learned to let moments land without deflection. Deflection delays living. Loving you is how I learned that pain does not multiply when acknowledged, it multiplies when avoided. Loving you is how I learned to stay present with discomfort without dramatizing it. Discomfort passes faster when met. Loving you is how I learned that life is not asking for approval, it is asking for participation. Loving you is how I learned to soften my jaw, my shoulders, my breath. Softening changes what thinking cannot. Loving you is how I learned that letting things be does not make me passive, it makes me available.
Loving you is how I learned. Loving you is how I learned. Loving you is how I learned.
To stop rehearsing resistance. Resistance was never protection, it was distance. Loving you is how I learned to meet life where it is, because life only happens there. Loving you is how I learned to stop rushing my own healing, to notice how impatience disguises itself as motivation, how urgency pretends to be responsibility, how speed often hides discomfort with stillness. I used to believe healing had a timeline, that progress needed milestones, that pain should reduce on schedule to prove that something was working.
Loving you is how I learned
That the body does not heal in straight lines. It circles, it pauses, it revisits places with new capacity.
Loving you is how I learned
to to stop asking myself why something is still here, why a feeling hasn't resolved, why a memory still tightens the chest. Persistence does not mean failure. Sometimes it means the system is waiting for enough safety to go deeper.
Loving you is how I learn
That forcing insight interrupts integration. Insight that arrives too early stays cognitive. Integration takes time because it moves through tissue, through breath, through patterns learned long before language.
Loving you is how I learn
To allow grief to be non-linear, to allow relief to be partial, to allow calm to come and go without treating its absence as regression. Regression is a story. The nervous system does not move backward, it recalibrates.
Loving you is how I learn
To stop comparing my inner pace to external expectations of resolution. Something softened quietly over years, not because they resist change, but because they are foundational.
Loving you is how I learn
To stay with discomfort without turning it into a project.
Loving you is how I learn
Projects keep distance. Presence allows contact.
Loving you is how I learn
That healing does not ask to be rushed, it asks to be accompanied.
Loving you is how I learn
To stop rushing my own healing, and in stopping to realize nothing had been laid. We trust the process we cannot see, not because we understand it, but because resisting it exhausts us. We trust that something is shifting, even when nothing looks different. We trust the quiet work happening beneath routines. Routines are not static, they are alive. We trust that effort compounds, even when results delay. Oh, we trust that rest is doing something. Rest repairs what effort wears down. We trust that relationships deepen through time, not through intensity.
We trust
that mistakes are information. Information guides the next step.
We trust
that uncertainty is not failure, it is openness.
We trust
that the body knows pacing, the body keeps score. Honestly, we trust that change does not need permission. It arrives when condition allows. We trust that love is working,
even when it feels quiet.
transform, but because we stayed and staying, change everything. Loving you is how I learn to trust. Stillness. I used to believe that stillness meant something had stopped, that nothing was happening. Loving you is how I learned that stillness is full. It holds movement without showing it. Loving you is how I learned to sit without reaching. Reaching keeps the body leaning forward. Stillness lets it arrive. Loving you is how I learned that the heart does not need constant stimulation. It needs space to beat honestly. Loving you is how I learned to stop confusing calm with emptiness. Calm is not blank, it is coherent. Loving you is how I learned to let silence stay longer. Silence rearranges what noise tangles. Loving you is how I learned that my worth does not depend on momentum. I remain even when nothing advances. Loving you is how I learned to notice subtle motion. Breeze shifting, light moving, a thought dissolving. These are events. Loving you is how I learned that presence often feels neutral. Neutral is stable. Loving you is how I learned to trust days that feel paused. Pause does not mean abandon. Loving you is how I learned to stop filling space out of habit. Habit can be loud. Loving you is how I learned that stillness is not waiting. It is participation without force. Loving you is how I learned to trust stillness, because stillness has been carrying me all along. Loving you. Loving you is how I learned to trust the days that feel uneventful. I used to think a day had to prove itself to deserve being remembered. Something had to happen, something had to change. Loving you is how I learned that most days do not announce their value. They carry it quietly. Loving you is how I learned to wake up without expectation. Expectation weighs on simple moments. Loving you is how I learned that uneventful not mean empty. It means stable, it means nothing is demanding to be rescued. Loving you is how I learned to stop scanning my feelings for excitement. Not every day wants to be intense. Some days wanna be safe.
Loving you is how I learned that peace often feels like nothing happening.
The nervous system finally unclenches.
Loving you is how I learned to appreciate continuity.
The fact that things remain is already a miracle.
Loving you is how I learned
to sit through hours without narration. No inner commentary, just living. Loving you is how I learned that memories built from repetition, not highlights.
Loving you is how I learned to trust a light that doesn't sparkle.
Sparkle fades,
Steadiness stays. Loving you is how I learned
that
love
does not require momentum. It requires availability. Loving you is how I learned to trust the days that feel uneventful, because these are the days that hold everything else together.
Loving you is how I learn to trust what does not announce itself. I used to believe important things would arrive loudly, with certainty, with clarity, with proof. Loving you is how I learned that the most meaningful things often arrive quietly, so quietly they can be mistaken for nothing.
Loving you is how I learned to stop scanning my life for signs. Signs distracted me from presence. Loving you is how I learned. Loving you is how I learned that subtlety is not weakness. It is refinement. Loving you is how I learned to notice small shifts, a breath that deepens, a thought that loosens, a moment that softens. These changes do not declare themselves, they simply occur. Loving you is how I learn. Loving you is how I learn to notice small shifts, a breath that deepens, a thought that loosens, a moment that softens. These changes do not declare themselves, they simply occur. Loving you is how I learned that trust grows without ceremony. Trust grows through continuity, through showing up again and again. Loving you is how I learned to stop needing reassurance in obvious forms. Reassurance lives in consistency. Loving you is how I learned to feel safety without explanation. Safety feels like not bracing.
Loving you is how I learned.
Loving you is how I learned to recognize peace, even when it feels plain. Peace does not sparkle, it steadies.
Loving you is how I learned.
Loving you is how I learned to trust days that pass unnoticed. Unnoticed days are carrying everything. Loving you is how I learned that depth does not rush, depth accumulates over time.
Loving you is how I learned.
Loving you is how I learned to trust what does not
announce itself. Because what does not announce itself is not trying to leave. It is already here.
Loving you is how I
Loving you is how I learn to trust what does not rush me, what does not pull my attention forward, what does not demand proof of progress to justify its presence in my life. I used to associate care with urgency, with intensity, with the feeling that something important might be lost if I did not move quickly enough. Loving you is how I learned that urgency often masks insecurity.
What is secure?
Does not hurry. Loving you is how I learned to notice how my body reacts to being allowed to move slowly, how resistance appears first, how impatience rises, how the nervous system searches for threat when stimulation drops. Stillness reveals habits. Loving you is how I learned to stay with that initial discomfort instead of escaping it through activity, through thinking, through planning futures that feel safer than the present moment. The present does not negotiate. Loving you is how I learned that trust grows not when things go well, but when nothing goes wrong for long enough. Safety is built in uneventful time. Loving you is how I learned to stop testing reality, to see if it would collapse when I relax. We've actually sinned and not invite disaster. It invited clarity. Loving you is how I learned that what is real does not require vigilance to stay intact. Vigilance exhausts love. Loving you is how I learned to let connection breathe, to allow space without interpreting it as distance, to allow quiet without translating it as disinterest. Silence is not absence when trust is present. Loving you is how I learned to trust what does not rush me, because what rushes often wants something from me. What does not rush is willing to stay, and staying changes everything without announcing that it has. Loving you is how I learn to trust what is quiet in me. I used to ignore the quiet parts. They didn't argue, they didn't insist, they waited. Loving you is how I learned not always true. Now often wants attention, quiet wants permission. Loving you is how I learn to notice the space between thoughts. That space is not empty, it is a word. Loving you is how I learn that intuition does not shine. It nudges softly. Loving you is how I learn to stop overriding night a signal. Signals ignored become simple. Loving you is how I that peace often feels subtle, so subtle. And can it be mistaken for nothing? Loving you is how I learn to sit with that nothing. Nothing is not absence. Nothing is right. Loving you is how I learn to trust forest, pauses organize what edges is scattered. Loving you is how I learn that my quiet self is not incomplete. It is complete without display. Loving you is how I learn to stop translating my inner world for external approval. Not everything needs to be expressed. Loving you is how I learn that gentleness is a form of intelligence and knows when to stop. To trust what is fine and because what is quiet has been consistent all Loving you is how I learn to trust what moves without my permission, to watch life continue its intricate choreography without consulting my preferences, and to feel relief instead of alarm. I did not realize how often I mistook control for participation, how tightly I equated guidance with existence itself, as if anything unsupervised would collapse into disorder. Loving you is how I learned that the heart beats without committee, that breath organizes itself without instruction, that healing begins long before awareness decides to approve it. There is an intelligence working quietly beneath intention. Loving you is how I learned to witness that intelligence without interrupting it with commentary, to let processes unfold without converting them into projects. Not everything requires improvement. Some things require space. Loving you is how I learn to feel the elegance of systems that do not announce themselves. Cells repairing, memories reordering, emotions digesting in rhythms too subtle for command. Life was never waiting for my instructions. It was waiting for my trust. Loving you is how I learned that surrender is not passivity, but collaboration with a movement already in progress. I am not stepping aside, I am stepping in without insisting on steering. Loving you is how I learn to trust what moves without my permission, and to rest inside the discovery that I was always being carried by forces that never required my vigilance to remain faithful. Loving you is hardscape, with everything that comes without asking it to be different. I used to meet each day like a question, like something I had to solve before light arrived. Now days come, and I sit with them as they unfold piece by piece. Loving you is how I learned that nothing needs to be rushed. Not joy, not pain, not even healing. Healing happens when it wants to, not when I demand it. Loving you is mine, to sit with discomfort without translating it into fear. Sometimes the body aches, sometimes the heart feels heavy, sometimes the mind circles
till it finds its own rest. Loving you is how I stop evident myself to be easier to love. I arrive as I am, unfinished, uncertain, sometimes quiet, sometimes too much, and you stay. Loving you is how I stop eating constant clarity. I don't need to know where this is going, or how it will end. All I need to know that right now I am here, and my love. Loving you is how I learn that silence does not mean distance. Some of our quietest moments are the closest ones. Breathing in the same room, listening for the same evening, letting the day loosen its grip. Loving you is how I learn to trust the slow changes. How love does not disappear, it rearranges. It becomes softer, less dramatic, real. Loving you is how I learn to stay when things are ordinary, when nothing special happens, when days repeat, when excitement fades. This is where life actually lives. Loving you is how I learn to hold memory gently, not gripping the best, not rewriting it, just letting it sit inside me as proof that I have lived. Loving you is how I learn to accept my